Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Prison Architect. And in this episode, we're actually going to start building a prison. I think I accidentally, while looking through things... There we go. Grants, let's get started on that while our guys are offloading things. So we need to be careful with our money. We need to build a whole lot of things. So let's have a look. I think going for administration center makes most sense. As well as basic detention center, we will need to build a kitchen and a canteen though. Staff well-being only gives us the completion bonus. We definitely need some advance payments. So let's go for basic detention center. But then initially just focus on our administration center. So for foundations, let's turn off auto light. And I kind of want to go for a reclaimed wood wall. I think that's going to be a nice one. And then for now, I will just start building the reception and the 2 offices. Let's be mindful of our money. Walls and doors. We will need a large jail door. Oops, that was not the right button. Over here. And then I think I will do the other doors later. Just to make sure that we're not going to lose any money. Let's speed things up a little bit. We have all our supplies. We will need power at some point over here. So that might be the next thing we're building. So although we also need a holding cell, shower, yard, kitchen and canteen. Well, the canteen is easy. That's going to be here. Oh, notebook page. Kitchen will be all the way over there. And some things need to be surrounded though, so that's going to be maybe a little bit of a challenge. However, canteen seems to be fine to just get placed here. Yep. Let's order that stuff. At some point we will need it. So if we just get 2 benches and a table, that basically means that our canteen is done. A holding cell and a shower. We're going to cheese that out because we're not really going to do any of that. We can also start placing a yard already. There we go, and I believe the shower and holding cell, that's most probably going to be, it needs to be surrounded, so we can use our hallway and things for that. Let's speed things up. We're almost done with our foundation. Our door is in. And for now that will anyway stay open, so we don't really need to lock that. And that is done. There we go, let's pause. Walls and doors. Doors, where is our reclaimed wood wall? Over here. We need one more thing there. There we go. And now let's see, where are our offices? So we need an office here and an office here. Then we will temporarily make this a holding cell, and our shower is going to be... Where is shower? Our shower will be here. Shower head, this needs to be enclosed. Well, that's fine. Walls and doors. This is going to be a jail door anyway. And offices don't really need doors just yet. So let's save that money. Although we do need our objects, so let's go for our... It is quite a large office though. Desks, as well as our office chair. And that should get things done. Over here we need the door. Then we need a toilet and a bench. Do we need a large? Yeah, it's just I'm too zoomed in. Toilet, hopefully it doesn't need to be connected to water. And then we also need a shower head in here. And that should hopefully fix this. We will need a warden, who requires an office. So we're only needing a desk over here. There we go, warden's office is apparently there. And then we need finance through bureaucracy. Finance, we also need the other things at some point, but I really want to be mindful of our money. We need a do have a yard, but it's not surrounded. What's the easiest way to get that done? I think just going for a fence. Yeah, might as well. Then we need a kitchen and a canteen. Let's go for a really cheap door. I guess that's going to be a fence door. Where's a fence door? There we go. It's 30. Let's go at slow speed. No canteen, so that's okay. We just need a yard. We're working on that. Kitchen, 2 guards and 2 cooks. So I guess kitchen we will just build it the way it actually should be. Kitchen, obviously that needs some doors. So let's go to walls and doors. Doors. Staff door here and a double staff door on this side. And let's get that built. Then we're already working on our accountant, so that's okay. Would have loved if the Warden was here. Does it matter? No, it doesn't. Well, at some point we will also need a jail door over here, so I think we'll just open it up. Because if we're going to extend, then it's going to take a while. Is this now enclosed? It is enclosed. We'll also need a door here, but that will happen after we build the right stuff. All deliveries are done, so now they're obviously installing the doors before the foundation. Money, still going fine. We almost can hire an accountant. And then we've got our administration center done. Guess it's just a little bit more cash. Not a lot though. And I guess what would be the next end? Probably staff well-being. A staff room, some guards, and none of our staff is exhausted. Yeah, I think that's going to be the next one. So let's get some preparations going. Reclaimed wood wall over here. We will need more doors. So that's going to be a double staff door here and a single staff door here. That's going to be our staff room. Now kitchen is done already. Alright, let's go for rooms. Kitchen. And place the minimum. So we will need... Can we place... If we place sinks... No, we could do for 2 sinks on this side. That's kind of nice. Fridges. Well, let's place one here. And then we've got a cooker. Actually, you know... We can have a double row of cookers here and then a double row of fridges there. So let's get the fridge here. Maybe. I think that's all it needs. Sink, fridge, cooker. Yep. Laundry. Quite a large laundry. So we might actually split this up and have our cleaning cupboard here as well. That sounds like a good idea. Am I going to forget about that? Maybe. Probably. But this seems to work. Cleaning cupboard would be something for our people to work at. And there we go, that's kitchen done. We need 2 guards, 2 cooks, but we also need to hire an accountant. So let's start with our accountant. We now have an accountant. Then we need 2 guards and 2 cooks. We're working on that. Ooh, we could also go for short-term investment. So we can start working on our staff well-being initiative already, because we're working on the staff room. But short-term investment, it's a good one to pick up earlier. Let's go for that one. This is going to be a staff room. So that's going to be here. And we need a white sofa, drinks machine. Well, we have staff needs on, so we need a couple more things. Which means we also need some toilets. Over here. I think that makes sense, so we can go for doors. No walls. There's a reclaimed wood wall. Extend that, maybe a little bit more. Toilet. Let's cancel that bit of wall. Because we should get that bit of wall here. Oh, that works. Then we can have a object. You know what? We have our thing over there, right? Yeah, so let's say we dismantle this. And let's dismantle these as well. So do we have a serving table? No, it still says that we don't. But we can place... how are we going to do this? A serving table here. I think that's okay. And then let's just actually filter on staff room. We needed a sofa. 2 of them. Then we can go for the serving table is already there. So we need some place to eat. Which apparently it doesn't show. Let's go for the oak benches. And then we can also go for a table. The oak table. It's apparently a bit larger. You know what? Let's search for oak, because now we need a bench as well again. And then we can just not fit 2. But I think this is going to be sufficient. Maybe. You know what? Let's just go for the regular tables. I think they take up a little bit less space. Bench. Then we can do bench. And then, no, that's I don't know. No, I like the oak things more. We are going for oak. Usually, you know, that's what they say. Usually your first decision is the best decision. And we can have a... let's see if we place that bench differently. Or the sofa. Sofa white, 1 here, 1 there. And then we could also go for we need a drinks machine apparently. Drinks machine right at the door. And the rest will come later. Alright, let's get some utilities going, I suppose. Let's dismantle these things. Dismantle. Also cancel these room assignments. Because this obviously will be our reception. There we go. Oh, we still needed a holding cell and canteen. Oh, wait, cancel. No. Let's go back to holding cell. Let's go for shower again. And now we need our objects back again. Oh boy. I don't think I can cancel this now. Cancel dismantle and cancel. That's fine. We still need our just a shower again. Right, 2 carts and 2 cooks. There we go. Short-term investment almost done. Build a canteen. Oh man. You know what? Objects. Table. And let's prioritize that. I think that basically means that we've got a staff room now. We just need a drinks machine that's coming in. We do have some money. So let's go for foundation. Make sure that we go for reclaimed wood wall. And let's get this bit going. Oh, I think that's actually going to take out the door here as well. Or the wall. Let's go for here. Then we just need to break out a little bit of wall. Walls and doors, demolish wall over here. There we go. What's up with the holding cell? No canteens. That's fine. Serving table is gone over here as well. Objects. Serving table. And that should be it. Let's say staff room completed. Well, we do need to get the utilities going. And our power station, so we need a pipe. I think. How do I want my pipe to go? Probably around here. Somewhere. We will need to get this connected up. I hope that will go over there. Because this is where our... Oh, this is actually not where our things are over here. So we can... That's okay. We can go with our... actually... Do I want to get a large pipe going... Well, we need it over here anyway. So let's connect these up. I hope this is... Well, is this long enough? No, might as well give it a try. Maybe, maybe not. So far so good. This is fine. We are actually okay in getting another grant. Which means we can now actually start to dismantle all these things. Let's dismantle this. This one and that one. Now let's go for our staff well-being. We need 5 guards. There we go, and that's done. Visitation rights, we need to get a visitation. And then our common room. Prison maintenance. 2 janitors, a gardener. That might be a good one to get started with. Visitation rights is going to be quite a big one. And prison maintenance. Let's get started on that one. There we go. We're anyway also working on this next office over here. Which will be our foreman's office. Then utilities. We will have our power here. Let's... Well, we cannot build it because we don't have the thing just yet. Water pump. Connect one more pipe. And let's get started on one more office. That's the wrong way around. No, it's not. Looked like it was the wrong way around. And then we get a foreman over here. Let's give him some walls as well. Where is our wood wall here? There we go. Doors. Don't need them just yet. You know, might as well. We're doing okay on money and it gives them some privacy. There we go. Cancel these now. So far so good. Power is in, so let's go for the capacitor max plus. And pull this electrical cable up to here. And then extend it a bit more so we actually have a working kitchen. I don't really think we need a working kitchen per se. So this does not really need any room. So what would be a next room that we can go for? Might just be visitation rights. At some point we need to get the surrounding area done as well. For visitation rights, that's anyway common room, pool table, 2 TVs, phone booths, visitation room. So this is going to be a big chunk. Let's just do it. We will do the hallway around here later on anyway. These offices will just let them be. This will require an entrance. So let's go for doors and we can just go for a regular door. For the parole rooms here. And then the visitation doors on the bottom, but we will work on that later. I mean, we might just choose it out and make these a common room. As this will be visitation. Cannot assign it just yet. So what else are workers? They're still working over here. We are unlocking maintenance. Power is getting installed. Things are still getting delivered. But so far so good. Money is doing okay. We might actually need to start researching bank loan before we're too late on that. Security, we need to get that done at some point. Health, let's get started on that one as well. So we've got a chapel, medical part, probably this one. Do we want to plan that ahead as well? Let's not just do that because we have still plenty of delivery going on. This office is now happening. We can get a foreman. There we go, which means that we now can hire nothing just yet because we need to research that. Groundskeeping and cleaning. 2 janitors and a gardener are short-term investments, just 50 in-game hours left. And I think our delivery is quite done. Still waiting on power over here. Let's get that focused. There we go. Are we getting a wall here? We are getting a wall here. Power seems to be going. Obviously we have no lights anywhere. So I want to get some wall lights actually. Four. Something like this. Actually no. I think it will be nicer if we get it at all the junctions. So that's every time a distance of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that works. And then we can just get the ceiling lights here. This looks it looks pretty decent. Over here, obviously, we are still waiting for the utilities. That is because that part still needs to be done. And then let's go for some lights again. Get some wall lights here. And whoops. Then we can go for some ceiling lights here. And maybe some more wall lights over there. There we go. The lights in the kitchen. Maybe at some point. This foundation part is now getting in. And we also need some lights in here, of course. I think 2 is okay. Well, then let's get some lights in here as well. 1, 2, 3. And we also need some fire sprinklers. I think 3 would be sufficient for now. And then utilities. Water. Small pipe. Over here. And then we'll need to wait for the installation of the sprinklers. Otherwise it's quite difficult to guess. Okay, so we need janitor and 2 janitors and a gardener. There we go. And we can pick our next grant. So let's see, what will the next one be? Visitation rights. I think it might just be visitation rights actually. It doesn't give us most of the money though. Laundry, we cannot just do that. Classroom will be a bit late. Cell block, not ready for that just yet. Inmate well-being gives us quite a lot of money. However, we also need to hire doctors and a psychologist. This means we need to get more officers. Let's go for visitation rights then. And we'll be here. We need What does a common room need? Does it need to be... It needs to be indoors. Alright, so we need to wait for this part. Short-term investment is almost done. I think after that I will change that to... Is this still not done over here? Let's... Utilities. Let's try that again. I think it bugged out and that pipe was never delivered. So we need security at some point as well. We need to hire a psychologist, which means that we will need to research that. And then foundation. How much is done over here? Still a lot of spending. Let's just go in turbo speed. So much. Wow. What are they doing? Why are they slacking so much now? This all seems fine. They can eat. They got their loose, which they're actively using. They just need power for the lights, although it is quite light inside. Look at that, they got their food. Got some nice sandwiches. Our cash flow is going down. There's no reoffending rate, no. We will need to get this closed off if we want to get prisoners in. And I think for a lot of things we are actually getting ready for prisoners. So if we get our hallway... We get our hallway first or the chapel? I think the hallway first. We get this here. And then also here. Let's get that there. We will need to get the part here as well. It's going to be pricey if we need to close this off. We can obviously extend this part. This is... Do we want to extend this? Yeah, sure. Would have actually extended this part as well. And then might as well go here. That should mean that everything is enclosed. And then we can plan for our prisoners. But this is going to be a lot of building. And we have not so much of a cash flow. However, our short investment is coming up soon. There we go. That's our... No, let's go for walls. And let's slow this down a little bit. So this will be our visitation. Which is the only room that does not have a door. A visitor door here and a regular door. You know what, on both sides? On both sides. Room. Visitation. Which means it needs a visitor table. Oh, can we... We can squeeze in multiple. Yeah, that's okay. And then what else did we need? We needed a common room, which is in rooms, actually. They only say it needs to be indoors. Build a visitation. Yeah, we need the boots. And we need 3 visitor tables, actually. Well, let's get one more. And then as for common room, we needed, I think, 2 pool tables, 2 TVs. And 5 phone booths. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now only the visitation room is pending. Now what's up with our kitchen? Why are we not getting water here? Because it's not properly connected. Will this connect? Probably not. It's a bit odd, but let's see how this works. If it works. Alright, visitation room pending. Come on, guys. Ooh, short-term investment is done. So we need... Let's see, let's go for our long-term investment. And then... Let's go for cell block A. This requires an entrance. Where are we getting an entrance? We're anyway getting a entrance over there. So doors, staff door will go here. We will also get staff doors here. And we already have our kitchen door. This part is okay. We can actually demolish this wall. This has been built already. Wow. Which means we can demolish this part. And this is parole, so we can go for some visitor doors. How did we... well, we did not really plan them just yet, so let's go in the middle. Rooms. I think it's good to start early with parole. Oops. Parole. Now we can actually override our common room. Walls and doors. Reclaimed wood wall. Because the earlier we get people on parole, the earlier they leave and more people come in and we get more money. And that's how things work. Visitor tables. Over here. Dismantle objects. Everything in here. We will get our metal detectors here. This needs to be built. Things need to get surrounded. Well, we will have a yard. It's quite a boring yard. Do we need an outside yard? No, we're going to just get an inside yard. Alright, so I'll keep on going. I think I'm leaving the episode here for now. We've got our first officers. Actually, you know what? Let's assign the reception. We are starting to work on getting our prisoners in. Might still be a while. But so far, we are getting some money. We're doing good on money. So yeah. For now, I'd like to thank you for watching. Please leave a comment. Leave a like. And I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.